Coops sent in a replay versus Buff Aranessa. Tomb Kings versus Vampire Counts. We have a Hierotitan. A bad unit. But Coops is a memer at heart. For the build, Grand Hierophant Kotep looks like he is on foot. Brought his Bound Sandstorm. And then a bunch of cheap spells to spam out, heal his army, and set his opponent on cooldown. We have a Restore for some healing, the Eyes of the Desert Sporkle Stalker Regiment of Renown, and then a front line of melee Ushapti mixed with Skeleton Warriors, one Nehekar Warrior, and of course, the Hierotitan. The coolest model of the worst unit to ever exist in Total War Warhammer of any kind. Bound Shem's Burning Gaze and a Bound Spirit Leech. And Shem's Burning Gaze did an impressive 63 damage value. On the other side, we have Black Knights, Blood Knights, the Blood Dragon Lord, 2 Fellbats, more Black Knights, more Blood Knights, so triple Blood Knight, double Black Knight, and a front line of zombies and skeleton spears. With the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord up above with Helm of Discord, healing, skeleton summon, and breath attacks. The bats are trying to disrupt Sporkle Stalkers. There's no archers or Screaming Skull catapults for them to go after, so they're unfortunately a little useless here. And Onuro's Incantation of Protection will keep the Sporkle Stalkers plenty safe from those bats. Pitiful 19 melee attack and tiny weapon strength. This 40% physical resistance is a ton, so they'll be fine. Hierotitan getting some blasts in against the little bats who are already crumbling. First Sandstorm is out, damaging some zombies and skeleton spears. Already taking them down to half health, but a counter breath attack onto 3 clumped up infantry melts through 2 out of the 3. So that's very nice. And a follow-up with Blood Knights and Black Knights. I imagine a Helm of Discord will be going down, and then Sporkle Stalkers will have pathetic stats. Yeah, 5 and 19, with Blood Knights tearing them apart. Oof. Say goodbye to your anti-large weapons team style unit. Blood Knights and Black Knights also trying to help out on the front line a little bit, realizing this is a mostly melee build, just leaving some Blood Knights back with the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. And on the southern flank, the Ushapti are getting worked down by the Blood Knights and Black Knights, cycle charging them. Skeleton Spears also being a nuisance. So things looking a little rough for the Tomb Kings early on, I gotta say. 2 Fellbats have died. No one cared. Like, literally no one. Ushapti are joining the backfield fight to try and help the Sporkle Stalkers out, but Blood Knights are sandwiching in now, going to get both sides, and I think they're honestly happy to fight Ushapti as well, if they have to. They're here for it, man. All they want is bonus versus large fighting all day. Black Knights are falling back. They're weird little goose horse heads. Don't know what they're going to achieve. Blood Dragon Lord is back up in the sky. Looks like he's chucking out a zombie summon to provide some support for his Blood Knights after those skeleton spears fade. Sporkle Stalkers are crumbling, which is pretty huge. Tomb Kings have some decent healing in their army passive, plus Kotep spamming out stuff. But still, crumbling is crumbling. You can get them to start losing models and getting out of here. The Vampire Count's frontline has taken a lot of damage, but so has the Tomb Kings. Both sides really suffering a lot of attrition there. And time favors the Vampire Counts. As Kotep keeps spamming out spells to heal up his army and reset your cooldowns, he is going to eventually run out of Winds of Magic. And then in the late game, you can usually have a pretty good time as an enemy spellcaster. Another Skullstorm goes through zombies and skeleton spears, but unfortunately goes off into the ether. The RNG not favoring Kotep this day. Double Blood Knights in the back fighting against Ushapti and the Hierotitan and characters. You'd think this would be a good fight for them, but it doesn't seem like they're getting a lot of real good damage out. And the Vampire Counts have been struggling with this recently. In a meta around really big single entities, especially ones with healing. Now, the Hierotitan is hardly fucking meta, but you get my point. Vampire Counts don't have a great time because Blood Knights don't really have great armor piercing, and Cavalry in general isn't the best at surrounding a big thing and killing it. Usually you want monstrous cavalry, monstrous infantry, your own single entities, but cavalry just kind of has a hard time really surrounding and killing something like that. Blood Dragon Lord does land on Kotep, gets some good shots in, but now the Ushapti army summon was coming out, I think I saw for a while. There it is, there's the flag. And the Hierotitan itself wanders over and starts laser eye beaming the Blood Dragon Lord down quite a bit. He's below half HP, takes another big shot, and he has to get out of here. 59 melee attack for this big boy versus his 36 melee defense. Things are not going well for him. He's trying to get out. He's trying to get back into the sky, but the Hierotitan's still on him, and there's Ushabti holding him in place admirably as he takes another staff to the back of the head. Is he going to start crumbling? Balance of power is pretty in the favor of the Tomb Kings. And hi, skeleton horse archers. Where have you been all game? Okay, I didn't even notice that these guys existed. That's pretty huge. So they're still poking down the Blood Dragon Lord who's trying to get away. Now do remember that Kotep keeps occasionally resetting his cooldowns, so the Blood Dragon Lord might not be able to get off Invocation and Hex as often as he would like. Black Knights and Blood Knights did pour into that fight to try and support their Lord, get him out of there. The Blood Knights still just piling up in the woods, doing their damnedest. Doesn't seem to be enough. Tomb King's front line is crumbling away. The Vampire Count's front line has ceased to exist, though the Blood Dragon Lord can augment it with his own summons. Necrotect, have you used both your heals? He has used both of his heals. Both Black Knights crumbling, now gone. Skeleton Horse Archers keeping the Blood Dragon Lord honest, making sure he can't just sit anywhere. He has to keep dodging and keep moving. And these Blood Knights might have to reset their charge or something because they are not winning this grind fight. Something just happened. What was that overcast? Anyway, zombies and skeleton spearmen getting killed by the Skull Storm, though the Skull Storm now does a little bit of friendly fire. And it's coming for the main blob fight. It's trying to get here, but it does dissipate beforehand. I don't know what the overcast was, because those are regular zombies. And I didn't see Invocation to Heck at overcast, but something overcast to hurt the Blood Dragon Lord even more. He's down to 1,000 HP. Black Knight is officially gonna go away. Another Blood Knight is fading. Oh, that's nasty. This little Necrotect also has the Van Braces of the Sun, so he's been blinding stuff that he's in melee combat with. That's atrocious for the Vampire Counts, who already don't have the best melee stats. The last of the Tomb King's chaff is gone. Last of their Ushabti is also gone. Their Ushabti summon has faded away. Skeleton Horse Archers still have 8 volleys between them, and this Blood Dragon Lord, he needs to get more invocations on himself when possible, but of course, I'm sure Kotep has just been spamming out spells and stopping him from doing that. As I say that, he gets another spell off, protecting his Necrotect, giving a little bit of healing, but mostly stopping the Vampire Counts from using any spells. Ah, but he did get a nice Invocation hack on himself, immediately doubling the HP he effectively had, which is pretty huge. For the Blood Knights, one has about faded away. Other two are okay for now. They're having a tough time killing off those single entities. I wonder if they should just divert and fight the Skeleton Horse Archers. Because they have shields, armor, and they have the Flag of Blood Keep if they're out of melee. So yeah, when they run after these guys, they'll have some pretty insane tankiness against the Skirmish Cav. And you can get a better fight than fighting Kotep and his goons. Blood Dragon Lord is hovering right over Skirmish Cav, taking a lot of damage, wants to back off, and Blood Knights are just refreshing their charge bonus, getting back into the fight there. Another zombie summon out. And I wonder, like I said, I think the Blood Knights should just take fights with the Skeleton Horse Archers, even if they get shot at the whole time. They're going to get shot at in this fight anyway. When they're in melee, they lose the Flag of Blood Keep, so they get less missile resistance, and their backs are to their opponents, so they'll get messed up. Plus, they're just fighting this Hierotitan and losing. Because time is on your side as the Vampire Counts, if you did that. If you just chase down the Skeleton Horse Archers. More time for you to get Invocations in the Heck on your Blood Dragon Vampire Lord and your Blood Knights. More time for him to cycle charge the foot characters. Because Kotep has stopped him from healing for so much that your Blood Dragon Lord still has to be really careful with his HP. So, I think the Vampire Counts just aren't being patient enough right now. Helm of Discord is down, weakening everybody. Kotep's getting pretty low, so is the Necrotect. Skeleton Horse Archers committing now as chaff pieces, and they are getting the Blood Knights to crumble, but they're taking a ton of damage in response with their paltry melee stats, fighting anti-large elite cavalry. But the Blood Dragon Lord has to land in the Hierotitan. Not enjoying that. Did get a zombie summon out, however. Skeleton Horse Archers starting to crumble away. Kotep and the Hierotitan chilling. The Hierotitan stands unamused. Blood Dragon Lord is moving in. Whoop! And I recently disabled some blurring effects that made cavalry and monsters look a lot worse when they were moving around, so now they look nice and pretty. But something I did fucked with the Hierotitan's eyes, because his eyes looked a little terrible. Like, they're very pixelated until I get close. That's kind of funny. Anyway. Blood Knights fighting it out. Kotep is now fading away, so there'll be no more healing, no more cooldown resetting if he even has Winds of Magic left at this point. Necrotect also fading. Skeleton Horse Archers fading, and it's coming down to just the Hierotitan. Blood Knights have almost heal capped. This zombie is a summon. The Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is not feeling too great. Hierotitan's still trying to figure out how to get to those Blood Knights, how to finish them off. Things are looking pretty bad, though. Unless he can get, like, 3 good attacks on the Blood Dragon Lord, might be over. Invocation Hack gonna heal cap those Blood Knights. Other Blood Knights getting close to that point. And the Hierotitan's still largely happy to just keep grinding away at these Blood Knights. He's doing his best against them, though the Helm of Discord does bring him down a bit. 32-26 for his melee stats. How many zombie summons do you even have left? 3? Oh, God. Bap. Doesn't look like he's doing too much damage to the Blood Knights, though. All things considered. 3,400 damage value on him, though, is quite good. It's quite good. Another zombie summon. Hierotitan tries to fight it out. But he now starts crumbling as the Blood Dragon Lord T-poses on him. Takes a while to land, then lands and immediately takes off. Patch 4.0 killing it yet again. Please let patch 4.1 be close so they can fix this like it was in 3.1. That'd be so nice. Anyway, Hierotitan's still crumbling, and now Army Losses hits it at last. Taking down the Proud Tomb King's construct. GG. For Coops, Hierotitan with an even 3,500 value. Incredible stuff for him. Ushapti did fine. Skeletons did okay. Skeleton Horse Archers did pretty darn well. Now, aside for buff Aranessa, Blood Dragon Lord did alright. Blood Knights did fantastically well. And the rest, I'm guessing, is pretty lackluster. GG. Roar! Subscribe, yes, yes.